Hi, I am Taha. In this video, we will walk through the process of setting up multiple custom validations in Power Apps. Custom validations are crucial for ensuring that the data entered by the users meets the required criteria. So let's dive in and get started. The first step is to set the required attribute to true for all the fields in the form. This ensures that the user must complete these fields before submitting the form, preventing incomplete submissions. It helps maintain data accuracy and integrity. So we can check we have set the required attribute true for all the field except for the attachment where we have set it conditionally. When the leave type will be the sick, then it will be required, otherwise it will be marked as the required false. Select submit button and go to the on select event. In the condition, ensure that if the form is not valid, which means it is false, the notify method will display an error message. Additionally, the submit form method is essential to highlight the red border upon submission. Without using this method, the red border indicating the validation error will not appear. Let's do a test. We will enter the request title. We will select the line manager name. We will input the select date. We will input the end date, leave type. We will enter the description and there is no error message. Now we will add the validation number 1, like the request title need to be 10 characters minimum. So we will add the validation over there that will check the length of the selected control, and if it's less than 10 it will notify the message that the request title must contain more than 10 characters. Now let's check. We need to close the one more bracket. After each if condition, we will format the text and let's check. If we will click on the submit, it will show us the message request title must contain more than 10 characters. If we will enter more than 10 characters, there will be no error message. Now we will add the second validation, line manager. We will validate that the line manager cannot be same as the logged in user. This can be done by comparing the email address. So let's add the validation. Second validation here. It will check if the selected control email address is equal to the login user email address. If this condition will match, it will show the message user you cannot set your name as the line manager. And same, we need to close one more bracket. So let's test. So it will show us the message that your name cannot be set as the line manager, so we need to change the name. Now the third validation that we need to add for the attachment. Thirdly, we will set a requirement for the minimum of 2 attachment in case of sick leave, as we are comparing both condition using AND operator. Here we can see we have added the we are validating the two minimum 2 attachment, and we have added these both criteria in the AND operator. Count rows and the value type need to be sick. If this true, so it will show the message. So first we selected first attachment, it will show us the message additional requirement required documents. So if we will select the two document, it will not show us the message upon click on the submit button. Now the last validation is for the start date. Start date, we can set the start date which work as a initial minimum date. So we set the today date. This means we cannot input less than today date. Same for the end date. We will set the value of the start date control value id dot selected date. So in case if we select 20, it will not allow us to select the less than 20 end date. If we will select 22, it will not allow us to select the less than 22 in the end date. Moreover, we can set the selected date as well by default. If we will set the today date as a selected date, it will show the today date plus 5 days. So it will total add the 5 days in the today date. So it shows us the 22 December. Now upon submit, it will start submitting the form and the form will be submitted successfully and it will show us the message your request has been submitted. Thank you for watching.